You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Monday, the 13th of October. This is meteorologist James Spann. Hard to find a single cloud in the sky across Alabama today. However, we do see a pretty good chance of rain on Sunday. Late this weekend, maybe some strong storms involved as the pattern begins to flip. So let's go right to the upper air look today. And again, we have a northerly flow aloft. There's a trough on the east coast. Northerly flow aloft here. New trough coming into the western states. Visible satellite view, I mean not a cloud in the sky. How about that? I see a few little smoke plumes there from perhaps wildfires or controlled burns, but clouds, no. Closest rain over Oklahoma, Kansas, and North Texas. And again, we're dry through at least the beginning of the weekend. And after a cool start, we've got many spots up in the 80s again today. Keep in mind we had a number of locations in the upper 40s and low 50s this morning. And like we always say, dry air heats and cools very efficiently. And the watch warning map today, got a flash flood watch for parts of southern Arizona with tropical moisture in place there. Small part of southwest Colorado, parts of California. Wind advisories, parts of Nevada and some of the adjacent states. Got a marginal risk of severe storms through tonight from about Phoenix on east and parts of southern Arizona. Tomorrow, a marginal risk around Los Angeles and through parts of New Mexico. Day 3, which is Wednesday, a couple of marginal risks well to the west. And look at here on day 6, which is Saturday. We have a risk of severe storms in the yellow on the map there. That would include all of Arkansas, southern Missouri, southern Illinois, into western Tennessee and extreme northwest Mississippi. And that's with a cold front with some pretty good dynamic support. Now, at this point, there's no severe weather risk defined on Sunday at this time, but that might change. We'll take a look at the modeling as we go. Rain for the next 7 days. The bulk of this will be Sunday. This is valid through Monday morning of next week. Not much for the southeastern counties of the state, but maybe close to 1 inch around the shoals. For most of the state, rain amounts about a ½ inch on Sunday. Weather in the tropics. We have one named system on the board. That's it, Lorenzo. And you can see, other than that, it's really quiet across the Atlantic basin. That's the 2-day outlook, and this is the 7-day outlook. Other than Lorenzo, that one system, no trouble expected for at least the next 7 days. There's the satellite view. Based on satellite estimates, winds are about 50 miles an hour. Kind of lopsided, not very symmetrical. Obviously, there's some shearing involved here, and this thing will likely stay under hurricane strength for its life cycle. And this is absolutely no threat to land. You can see the thing turns north, northeast, then east, far, far away from any landmass. And again, other than that, no tropical issues. So, model fans, here we go. European. 12Z run, 4 o'clock tomorrow. Got an upper high around Dallas-Fort Worth. And we are on the eastern periphery of that. So, again, a northerly flow aloft, very dry. That new upper low is coming into California. And for us, we start the day in the 50s in most spots. The high will be back in the low to mid-80s, much like today. So this is Wednesday, same thing, mostly sunny and warm. Highs in the 80s, same thing Thursday, same thing Friday. Highs up in the mid-80s in most spots, maybe upper 80s in South Alabama. And again, the air very dry, no chance of rain. What about the weekend? So this is Saturday, and this is the European suggesting that the day will still be dry. Moisture will probably start to increase Saturday night, but it sure looks like the better chance of rain will be after midnight Saturday night into Sunday, which bodes well for college football in Alabama on Saturday and Saturday night. But Sunday, boom, look at here. Rain, bring it on. The surface low is pretty far north. The surface low is up around Cleveland, under 1,000 millibars with a trailing front. And there is a little instability involved. This is the surface-based CAPE values, Sunday at 1 o'clock local time. And you can see the values generally 500 to 1,000 joules per kilogram. And that's not overwhelming, but that might bring some strong storms. Again, with a pretty dynamic trough and front coming in here. I would say this is probably not a tornado threat, but it might bring some storms with some hail and gusty winds. Once we get within the 60-hour window, we'll have a much better feel for how it evolves. But understand Sunday is the day for the big race at Talladega. This is race weekend, so for NASCAR fans, weather looks just fine, warm and dry, Friday, Saturday. But Sunday, rain could very well be an issue. Now, we don't think it rains all day, but it will certainly rain at times. And again, there could be some strong storms involved with lightning, obviously. So just be aware it's going to be kind of iffy on getting that race in on Sunday. And then Monday, the trough that's got the cold front coming through is over the northeast United States. We have a northwest flow aloft, and we're back into a dry air mass and a cooler air mass. Highs go in the 70s and lows well down in the 50s, probably 40s for parts of North Alabama. That's a week from today. But let's keep going. That's what we do here. This is 10 days out. This is Thursday, October 23rd. Still got this upper high that's over the Gulf. That just doesn't bode well for getting a really chilly air mass in here. And again, that looks dry with some rain off to the north and west. And evidence at this point, it looks like the bulk of next week will be dry, although models do try and bring in some rain at the end of next week around Friday the 24th. This is rain for the next 15 days coming off the European ensemble. The mean is up there a little bit, up to 1.5 inches between now and the 28th of October. That will not break a drought, but you got to start somewhere. And temperatures coming off the NBM, National Blend of Models. Highs in the 80s through Saturday, then back in the 70s for Sunday, Monday, and parts of next week. And just in moments ago, latest long-range guidance. This is for October 21st through October 27th. Still temperatures above average. Again, we will get a pattern flip. And again, it might be early November before that happens, but for the moment, it looks like we'll keep those highs in the upper 70s and 80s right on through the rest of October. All right, let's roll some Children's of Alabama. Kid Cam up in Blount County, Cleveland, Alabama. This is a big old group of homeschoolers. I like this a lot. The 4-H homeschoolers, Cleveland, Blount County, had a big crowd today talking about weather. And check out this cake. This is unbelievably good. Wow, are you kidding me? Wow, that's just too good. That's amazing. But did some storm spotting. We need more storm spotters. And we got them started today. We talked about how we forecast the weather, convection, tornadoes, hurricanes, winter storms, and much more. It's a lot of fun today. So again, thanks to all of these homeschoolers up in Blount County at Cleveland for a fun visit earlier today. Also had a good chance to drop by American Village in Montevallo today. Boy, what a beautiful day to visit their campus. Everything was looking good. So tomorrow going to be at Brookwood Forest Elementary School in Mountain Brook, and then I will be headed to Pickens County for a senior adult program at First Baptist Church of Gordo. Then on Wednesday, going to be at Wilsonville Elementary School in Shelby County. It'll be a lot of fun. And then on Thursday, I will be speaking that evening on the campus of Mississippi State University, Stark Vegas. Kevin Laws of the Weather Service here, and I will be over doing a program for their meteorology students. And they gave me my career, and it's always a joy to be back on the state campus. Looking forward to seeing my friends in Starkville Thursday evening. Friday, going to be at Woodstock Elementary School in Bibb County, which will be a whole lot of fun. Don't forget, tonight it's Weather Brains, the weekly show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies. YouTube.com/weatherbrains, 7 o'clock Central. And most listen. The audio podcast comes out early tomorrow morning. We invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6 o'clock. And don't forget, you can catch my forecast on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 98.7 KISS. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday evening, and God bless.